and welcome to an episode of the Jonah Keen Show on Radio DePaul. Welcome one and welcome all. For those who are tuning in for the very first time, you may be curious as to what the Jonah Keen Show is all about. Well, I'll tell you. Ever since I was a teenager, I've had an absolute passion for giving advice. Some kids did sports, some kids did theater, some kids did math club, but I did advice. In fact, I've been a certified advice giver for almost 10 years now. Good job, me. On the Jonah Keen Show, I'll be interviewing folks who have a wide range of expertise and advice to share. Also on the show, there will be some opportunities to call into the station and ask for your own personalized advice. Maybe you need some relationship advice. What about pet advice? Maybe you need some financial advice. Maybe you just need some good old-fashioned self-help advice. We take all kinds of requests for advice. My name is Jonah, Mr. Advice Keen, and welcome to the Jonah Keen Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Jonah Keen Show. It's episode 7 here at RadioDePaul.com. It's 3:30, and I'm ready to give some advice. Before we get going with the interview I have lined up today, I'd like to give a little recap of what happened last week. Last week, I actually ended up interviewing the number one gamer at DePaul, kind of the number one esports player when it comes to Call of Duty. And he was esports legend Zane Baker, but he went by his gamer tag Toxic Reaper 04. And I think it went pretty good. And then we also took some callers last week, and this guy named Mason kept... he was kind of harassing me over the phone, but hopefully things will go much better today. Also, one last thing I would like to bring up is my YouTube channel. It's up and running right now, the Jonah Keen Podcast on YouTube.com. You can find all previous episodes on there, and it's pretty, I'd say it's pretty fantastic. There's a ton of extras too, like phone calls with other radio stations with me, and including, I think next week I'll be uploading a full podcast that I was on. Someone else's podcast, and I thought it went quite well, and you'll be able to watch it all on the YouTube channel. Anyways, we are here today with my cousin, my DePaul, well, actually, let me start over. My cousin, a DePaul business major, and an entrepreneur. His name is Gavin Luke. Gavin, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me here, Jonah. That's a wonderful intro you gave, and entrepreneur, cousin, business major, that really sums it all up.
That is fantastic. Thank you for welcoming me to DePaul, cousin Gavin.
Yep.
A lot of people don't actually know this, but Gavin here is the reason why I ended up coming to DePaul. He recommended it to me. He said it was a really awesome school.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the sole reason why I'm here at DePaul, and I think it's pretty awesome. So, Gavin, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, first of all, DePaul is a really awesome school. A little bit about myself. Okay, well, my name is Gavin Luke, as you all heard.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me so much. I was born in a little town you may have heard of called Gary, Indiana. Surprising amount of people over here have heard of the town Gary, Indiana. I didn't really think it was that popular, but I was born to a father and a mother.
Oh.
Father named John Luke, and my mother, Trudy Harvey, who is your aunt.
Yes, it's true. My Aunt Harvey is what we called her.
Yeah. So I was born in Gary, Indiana, as I said, and I am now a business major at DePaul University.
Wow.
Chicago, Illinois, USA.
So what brought you to come to DePaul to be a business major in the first place?
Well, you know how it is, college admissions and all that. I applied to, you name it. I always wanted to live in the big city, New York City, and so I applied to pretty much every single college in New York that I could think of, and also DePaul University. And you know how things end up. Well, just ended up that DePaul seemed to be the one that was working out for me. So,
Interesting. For the fans, what is your experience when it comes to business? What does your business portfolio look like? Since I know you're a big entrepreneur, a big business freak. What is some of the business opportunities you've come across?
Well, I'm still starting out. I'm still just kind of studying business, but I in high school tried to start a business club. I tried to start I tried to start a business club, and I didn't really. The passion was there. It just there weren't too many people who had heard about it and wanted to sign up, and teachers. It was a little hard at my school to get a teacher sponsor. So
the business club was a failure.
Well, the passion was there,
Okay.
And so I'm still proud of it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then in terms of other experience, I tried to start a business a few years back, selling vehicles, specifically like vans, big vans, minivans, not really like bigger, not quite truck, but vans, like a white van that you would see on the street. And so I named the company Vans. But, because that's what I sell, but some stuff happened in this big corporation. I don't know if you know this, Jonah, but there's this big corporation that sells shoes called Vans, and they got involved, and it was a real messy court case, and they sued me. So I'm not really selling Vans anymore. Sorry, folks.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it was an exciting business endeavor up until the very end. I learned a lot.
I'm sure. What is the number one tip for all the fans? What's the number one tip you would give to someone interested in being an entrepreneur in the first place? I know a lot of people who listen to my show they're big-headed. They got brains on their shoulders.
Big ideas.
And
DePaul majors, right?
Yes, a lot of listeners. They're ambitious for the future.
That's how it is at DePaul. Big ideas, big heads. Well, don't let your head get too big. That would be my first piece of advice. And another important thing for people to remember about business and about making a portfolio specifically is this is sort of the cardinal sin that I point to, and I tell people this when they're making their resumes, I should say. Did I say portfolios?
It's all similar.
Well, portfolios is in the creative field, and so that's a little bit of a different wheelhouse, and resumes are a little more realistic.
Right.
Well, when someone's making a resume, the one thing I point to is do not use papyrus font. When I started out, I wanted to be fun. I wanted to be creative. I wanted to really express the kind of a person I was, and I started out using papyrus font. It's a fun font. It's interesting. It's sort of cryptic looking, a little intriguing.
Yeah.
But after making so many resumes, just different types of resumes, and sending them all out to the same few companies, I noticed that none of the papyrus font resumes were really, getting picked up, and people weren't really gelling with it. I'm not quite sure why, but if you use papyrus font on your resume, it's just sort of it's a no-go.
That's what you told me when I was applying to DePaul. I was using the papyrus font with my paper I was using. And you said, stop right there.
Yeah.
Stop with the papyrus font. That's not going to help.
I looked over at your screen and I said, hey. I saw you on your laptop at Aunt Harvey's house.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, no papyrus font. No papyrus font. And, look at him now. He's at DePaul, folks.
Which
is more than, it's not more than most of us could say, but.
It's great advice.
It's great advice. Yeah, thank you.
And that's what this show is all about, advice. Here's another question. What brought you in the first place to become a business major? I'm very curious.
So we
could move on if you don't have. We can come back to this one. Do you want to come back to this one?
Yeah. Let's come back to that one.
Okay.
Let's come back to that one.
Let's see. Ooh. All right, Gavin. I hate to do this to you.
Right.
I know you're here to give business tips and advice to all the listeners, all the people over at DePaul.
I'm so excited to do that.
But unfortunately, I kind of had a different idea about what the show's going to look like. I hate to do this to you.
What do you mean?
But I actually brought you on to assist me with a business pitch I'm doing. I know you're business-minded and you're an entrepreneur. I have a business pitch I'm doing for my new and upcoming book. Listen up, fans. This is something you're going to want to get your hands on.
Okay.
My upcoming book, Advice. It's just called Advice. In a week or so, I'm going to be actually pitching this book, my advice book, which I've spent over 6 years writing. It's about 11 pages. I'm going to pitch it to a publishing company. So is that something you're interested in, helping me out with my pitch? Yeah, well, okay, yeah. Well, fans, listen up because any advice is good advice, and even if it is a little specific to you and your own personal interests on this public broadcast, which may be a little bit unprofessional, it'll still... No, it's professional.
Well, okay, well...
It's professional.
Okay. Yeah,
so what would be some business tips and tricks you'd give to...
You could have just... I don't know why we had to do it on...
What would be some business tips and tricks you'd give to someone who is pitching a book to a publishing company? What are some...
Okay, well... To people who are starting out, a lot of good things I've heard. The first thing is clean your room. When you wake up in the morning, always clean your room. Make your bed, do all that stuff. You're not going to use your room, but it's a good, you should clean, but cleaning your room, I
don't see how this has to do with a business pitch.
It seems, yeah, it gets you in sort of a good headspace, and it's all about the headspace.
So it's a psychological thing.
Yes, it's a psychological thing. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Is there any other kind of tricks you would?
Well, yeah. When I wake up, I don't just clean my room, but I like to listen to music, particularly dance music. Again, this is another psychological thing. If you listen to dance music, it brings up your heart rate, and it gets you all active and excited and ready to go. I like to listen to, this season, to be seasonal, I've been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson, and specifically the Thriller. You know the song Thriller, Jonah?
I don't.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
I don't know. I don't know.
Really?
I listen to a lot of Dave Matthews Band, not really a Michael Jackson guy myself.
1982 Thriller album. He's leaning. He's in a white suit, black background.
I'm more of a Thriller, not a Thriller guy. I'm more of a Dave Matthews Band guy. So
right. Well, it goes like, it's the song. It's like, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Oh,
yeah. That song.
That's Thriller?
That's Thriller by Michael Jackson, 1982. That's, Halloween is just around the corner, and that's what I've been listening to just to get myself awake, ready, and in the spirit, ready for Halloween.
I see now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
there anything else you would do?
I've got all kinds of advice for
So I should do all of this when I wake up. I should listen to Thriller. I should clean my room.
You should listen to Thriller. You should clean your room. It'll get you in a good headspace for the start of the day. And the other thing you should do, Jonah, is you should go. You have a mirror at home? I assume you have a mirror at home.
I'm kind of doing a mental map in my head. I can't find the mirror. Maybe I do.
In your bathroom, you don't.
I don't know.
Well, it's okay. It's you have your phone, right? You have a phone. You have your phone on you.
I have my iPhone 3S Red right here.
That's great. Okay. I want you to open up your phone for me. Don't go to the home screen. Just stay on the lock screen.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, and I want you to swipe to the right.
To the right.
That's the other way, Jonah.
Other way?
It's the other way. Yeah. That way. Okay,
cool. I'm here.
Great.
Oh, look at this. It's the studio.
Yeah.
It's on the camera app, guys.
Yep.
And I'm kind of seeing the studio through my phone.
Yep. It's the camera app. Now, you're looking at the studio in front of you, right? There should be a camera. There should be a button. Excuse me. There should be a button in the corner that if you press that, it should be like 2 circles around a camera.
Oh, I see it right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's me. It reversed the camera. Everyone, if you're for all the listeners at home who can't see it,
so
the camera reversed, and I can now see myself in my phone. It's kind of like a mirror. That's pretty handy.
Yeah. Instead of a mirror, anyone following at home, just go to your camera app and make it face you. The selfie camera, I believe it's called.
Oh, I see.
And I want you to look at yourself. Look in your eyes, or just get a good look and feel for your face.
I'm looking at myself right now. For all the listeners at home, I am indeed looking at myself.
All right, and for all the people doing it along at home, look at your face, and I want you to look at yourself. Well, you're already looking at yourself, but I want you to keep looking at yourself, and I want you to say, "You are a winner."
Should I do it?
Yeah, say it right now.
You are a winner.
Okay, you are a winner.
You are a winner.
Good job, Jonah.
You are a winner.
And so this practice should it increases self-confidence, because you're looking at yourself, your face, your image, and you're telling yourself that you're a winner.
You are a winner.
Yep, that's right.
You are a winner.
That's right, Jonah.
It's working. I actually feel like a winner.
Well,
this is actually some great advice.
Yeah.
Everyone at home, please do this every day.
Go ahead, give it a try. I do
that's
it
some great affirmations
every morning. I did it quite a few times this morning to get myself psyched up for this interview. And the other thing you should do, and this is really important, everybody I know, everybody into business, sometimes people that aren't even into business do this, is take a cold shower in the morning.
Cold shower?
Cold shower. A lot of people like to take warm showers, but what a warm shower does is psychologically, you're in all of this heat, you're in all of this safety, and your brain starts to think that it's in the womb. And if your brain thinks it's in the womb, like a little baby,
a fetus,
like a fetus, then it's going to go to sleep. You know how what babies do is they sleep.
And babies don't do business.
Babies don't do business, not unless you're watching Boss Baby. Great movie, by the way.
Interesting. I'll write that down.
Yeah, take a cold shower, and it'll keep you awake. It'll keep you alive and active, and get you in, like I said, the right mindset for a business pitch. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is, when I wake up in the morning before my big pitch meeting for my book Advice,
right,
I need to clean my room. I need to listen to Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Absolutely.
Great
song.
I need to look in the mirror and say, you are a winner.
Right.
And I need to take a cold shower, because I am not a baby who does not do business. I am a man who does do business.
You are a winner.
And I love that. That is some great advice.
Thank you. Yeah,
everyone at home, make sure
you that myself, actually.
I think that's how we're related. I think advice runs in the family.
Right.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood,
folks. I'm a little curious, actually. Would you be interested? I have a little game that I actually want to play. I have some business quotes on the screen right now. And if you'd be interested in pretty much analyzing them and giving your own feedback on the quotes, I think this could be a really interesting little game. Would you be interested in this?
Absolutely. You know me. I love business.
Some famous business quotes.
In fact, when I was a child, I was born in a hospital, but I grew up next to a business building, and I used to look out the window, and I used to watch. I like to watch people do their business, and I was just fascinated with the concept and the act of being in an office, doing your business, making your money, all that sort of stuff. So you could say I was born for business.
That is incredible. You are one hell of a businessman. I appreciate everything you do when it comes to business.
Heck of a businessman.
I love it. All right, here's the first quote by kind of a controversial figure, Elon Musk.
How is he? I don't see how he's controversial.
He does business sometimes in a strange way, if I understand this correctly. Anyways,
well, he makes his money.
Let's just get to the quote. We don't need to.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. End quote. Elon Musk.
That's a pretty good quote, because I think that, well, first of all, he's a very smart man and he knows what he's doing and he's made a lot of money doing it. And, well, a business is like a cake. Yeah, I've never thought about it like that, but you got to have all the ingredients. That's great advice. And then you have to cook it,
Yeah.
which is a lot of patience, which is another big part of business.
So we're going to rate these either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And you're giving this one, I'm assuming, a thumbs up?
A thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Wow, you heard it here first, folks. Write that down.
2 thumbs up.
All right, we have another quote from Bill Gates, a co-founder of Microsoft. Do you know who this is?
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
No, that's a controversial businessman.
I don't really know the backstory behind a lot of businessmen. I'm more of an advice guy than a business guy. That's why you're on the show.
Okay.
Here's the quote. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. End quote. Bill Gates.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say, in my own personal experiences, I learn a lot from people who aren't really happy with me. I could definitely point to the whole van situation. That came totally out of left field, and I just didn't even think about it like that. But I learned a lot about being very mindful of the kinds of things you do. And so I think that, a person who's mad at you, you can learn a lot from. Do I think that Bill Gates has learned a lot? I don't think so.
Interesting. That is actually quite thought-provoking.
Yeah.
I actually have another... let's thumbs up or thumbs down for that one?
Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Okay. So we got 2 for 2 so far. Here's one by Robert Noyce. I don't know if you're familiar with...
He's a nice guy, Jonah. Thanks.
That tickled my funny bone. Robert Noyce. I don't necessarily know what business he has done, but...
Pretty nice business. Enough fooling.
Okay, we need to get to the quote.
Yeah.
Here's a quote. If ethics are poor at the top, that behavior is copied down through the organization. Robert Noyce.
Wow.
Do you agree with that? Do you think that bad decision-making at the top will affect everyone? Or what is your opinion on that quote by Robert Noyce?
I think that bad executive decisions will be bad for everybody involved. If you make a decision about the whole company, then it'll affect the whole company. But I think that, people are allowed to just stick to themselves. And I don't think you should be as worried about running a whole business. I think that as long as you're doing your job, it's okay.
Interesting.
Thank you.
So is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down from you?
That's, can I do a thumb sideways?
Sure. We'll do a thumb sideways.
I'll do a thumb sideways.
Now, this one's from an anonymous source, so we don't know exactly who said this quote, but hopefully you can still judge it fairly, even though it's not a famous businessman or woman or a business child like Boss Baby.
Right.
Money is the root of all evil. Anonymous.
I don't know what to say to that.
Do you disagree?
Very familiar, Jonah. I think that is that not
No, it says anonymous here, so we don't know who said that one.
I see. I thought that was a Tony Stark quote from the Iron Man movies.
I haven't seen those.
Well, he's a good billionaire, so he's a big businessman.
It doesn't matter about that. I just want to know what's your opinion on the quote. That's the game.
I think he's a smart man, and I think I would trust what he says.
It's an anonymous quote. We don't know who it is. What are your opinions on the actual quote?
Okay, well, money. What could you read?
Money
again for me?
is the root of all evil.
Thank you.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. All right. Money is the root of all evil. Anonymous. I don't think money is the root of any evil. I think that if evil people have money, it's evil. I don't think that money causes all evil. I don't think if you killed someone, it's because of money. Maybe if you're robbing them, maybe if you're stealing from them, but not if you're. I don't think that money is the root of all evil. No, that's a thumbs down for me. No, sirree, thumbs down for me.
Thumbs down from that one.
Yep.
Interesting. I think some people would disagree with you on that one, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a business guy.
Yeah, well, then stay out of your lane. What's your major, John?
I am a theater major, actually.
Oh.
Concentration in stage combat. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, okay, well, good luck marketing that one. But
I think it's a very cool major, and I don't know why you're giving me some sass when it comes to that.
Well, I don't see how. Specifically stage combat, did you say?
Stage combat, yeah. So on my resume, it'll say advice giver, stage combat instructor, and hopefully that will get me some more job opportunities because currently I've been a little low on money. So
all right, well, there's probably a reason for that. You might want to.
Let's just move on to the next quote.
You might want to emphasize education in your resume, Jonah. What kinds of education have you gotten?
Let's just move on to the next quote. Please don't. I don't know why you're being so passive aggressive towards me. It's my show. I'm the boss here.
I'm just giving my financial advice for you, my business advice. Excuse me.
Well, that's great. We appreciate it. Here's another quote. Shh, I'm listening to reason. End quote by Pee Wee Herman. What do you think about that quote?
I don't think that is important right now. I don't think that has anything to do with business.
I think reason and being reasonable has a lot to do with business.
I think that's life advice, but
life advice can apply to business advice.
Yeah, okay. So reason. Yeah, I want to listen to reason. Yeah. Okay, I'll give that a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, interesting.
Yep.
Let me see here. I think we have time for maybe one more quote.
All right.
We'll see.
Get a good one in.
I'm looking for a good one right now.
Great.
Okay. Racism, because it favors color over talent, is bad for business. Steven Pinker from picturequotes.com.
Well, racism is bad for anything. Same thing where that's more of a life advice.
Well, it doesn't, you're just rating the quote. It doesn't.
Okay, well.
Is it good business advice?
Thumbs up. Good business advice.
Okay.
Good advice.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm not racist.
I don't think anyone thought you were racist, and then you brought it up. So now I think people, now that they heard you say you're not racist, maybe they're a little suspicious, and maybe it doesn't matter. Thank you for coming onto the show, Gavin. It was an absolute honor to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for all the business advice. I'm definitely going to use all that when it comes to my my pitch next week. I'm actually going to be pitching on the air next week to the publishing company, and they won't know. They won't know that I'm.
So are they the guest speaker? Are you putting them in a?
They will
in a podcast that you don't tell them that you have them there to pitch to them.
Exactly. So they think it's just going to be a regular Zoom call,
right?
But I'm actually going to be pitching on the air. So all the listeners next week, you will be listening into the pitch, and you'll be able to maybe call in and help me with some advice on the spot when it comes to the pitch.
I don't think that's legal, but
I know it is. I checked the manual. I think it should be okay.
Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck with your pitch.
Thank you.
I was I was glad to be on here.
Thank you, Gavin. I'm definitely going to clean my room, listen to dance music,
Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Thriller by Michael Jackson.
And then you're going to start with The Man in the Mirror, also a Michael Jackson song.
Yes, I'm going to say I'm a winner. I'm going to take a cold shower. I appreciate everything you've said today, Gavin Luke. And honestly...
Rest in peace, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just thank you for all the advice, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Jonah.
All right, everyone. Have a safe and happy Halloween, and take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Better be businessing.
Good luck businessing.